UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 79, Fiziev versus Gamrot takes place this weekend, or it just took place last night. It took place this weekend, but I'm not doing predictions again. It took place last night, and I'm going to go through the full card recap, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. And yeah, decent card. We move on to the early prelim opener of Montserrat Rendon versus Tamires Vidal. Tamires Vidal, I didn't really watch this one live realistically. I mean, I did, but it was such a... No. It was... What's it called? What do you call that? It was just... It was just such a boring fucking fight. I couldn't watch it. You know? So Montserrat Rendon got the job done by 29-28 split decision. Man, it just wasn't a good fight. She won it. Good for her. She was catching the leg of Tamires Vidal, and she dunked her over a few times. But overall, what a shit performance by both. Shit performance. Like, I don't know how much to really say it. Both girls looked absolute dog shit. Rendon wins. We move on up the card. Mizuki Inoue versus Hannah Goldie. Another shit fight. Fuck. We're in this drought right now, guys. We got past Gracevchenko. Gracevchenko was actually kind of good, but we got past Fiziev Gamrot. Now we're gonna get through this break. Then 2 more cards. The Yusuf Barboza card's not bad though. I like that one, but yeah. Hannah Goldie looks shit. They both look fucking garbage. Mizuki won. Well done, Mizuki. That's her name, apparently. Mizuki. She'll never be a champ. Cut her from the UFC. Fuck these cards, man. I'm probably not going to get much views on this fucking video because it's shit. We move on. Muhammad Usman versus Jake Collier. Man, this card sucked. Fuck. Man, this card sucked. It was a terrible card. All Apex cards are fucking shit. I'm going to make a rap video later this week about it. Muhammad Usman won. First round, Jake Collier was rocking him all over the place. Not all over the place, but he was stumbling him here and there, which gave Jake Collier the first round. Round 2 was Usman. Very close, though. Usman was sticking his jab out there. Really good jab from Usman. Seems like the Usman brothers have decent jabs. Good for them. While soaking shit, while throwing it. And round 3, Usman dominated the round to grappling. 30-27 is a bit wild, but again, of course, why would they favor Jake Collier in any way over the Usman? I don't know how they would do that. 30-27 is wild, but I don't know if the judges nowadays. We move on, up the card. Good one from Usman, I picked him. Cody Brundage versus Jacob Malkoun. Oh my god, I hate these fucking cards. Jacob Malkoun got screwed over. Cody Brundage milked it completely. Why wouldn't he, though? Of course, he had no chance in this fight. Was getting absolutely destroyed. And Brundage just fucking... He just milked it. It wasn't even a back of the head shot. It was a forearm shot. The elbow wasn't directly in the back of the head. Wasn't directly in the back of the fucking head. So he milked it completely. It was the forearm. It happens. The forearm hits the back of the head. That's not going to cause shit. If it was a direct elbow, fine. But they should have called this no contest. What happened to that old technical decision shit? To where the foul happened. I know that was back of the head shot. Usually they do this with eye pokes or some shit. And groin shots. But what happened to the technical decisions? We've seen it all the time before. Martin Buday versus Chris Barnett. Kyle Bralho versus Omar Gadziev. What happened to them? You know? They seem gone. Good shit from Malkoun, but he got fucked over. Cody Brundage is probably one of the worst fighters on the roster. Probably the worst. Oh, he beat Trajan Gore. He's probably the worst, actually. Actually, who did Gore beat? Josh Friend. What? Friend's actually good. How the fuck did Friend lose to him? Who did Friend beat? Dumas, and then it goes back to Brundage. So, Brundage is the worst. Fuck him. We move on up the card. Tim Means versus Andre Fialho. Andre Fialho needs to be cut from the UFC. I don't know. I kind of thought he beat Means, but Means looked good. Means looked really good. Good performance by Tim Means. He looked actually really good here in this fight. Really good performance. Really looked good. Rocking Andre Fialho. Fialho had his moments, but that first round, Fialho was actually looking good. That knee up the middle for Tim Means was there all night. Caught Andre Fialho a bunch of times with it. And he eventually found the finish in the third round. Dominated the whole fight, basically. With some moments, Fialho had a flurry. But yeah, good stuff from Tim Means. The Dirty Bird. He won. Great performance. We move on. Up the card. Miles Johns versus Dan Argueta. Dan Argueta. I don't give a fuck what his name is. Dan Argueta just has no stand-up. I didn't think that coming into it. Miles Johns looked good. Won the last 2 rounds. Round 1's close, but Argueta won the first round. Argueta has good grappling, but it's just you can't have all of it. Unless you're John Jones, which is just, that's when you're elite. Alright, it's either you have good stand-up, no grappling. Johns has some grappling, but he doesn't have, that's his, if you're going to say a weakness in his game, that is his weakness. We saw John Castaneda expose it. Yeah, Dan Argueta just doesn't have any stand-up. He looks shit. Just walking forward into punches, throwing absolute dumb punches, as where Johns was somewhat skilled punches. Very good shot, good stuff from Miles Johns. Yeah, we move on up the card. Charles Jourdain versus Ricardo Ramos. I mean, Ramos got a takedown early on, but Jourdain tried going for a guillotine attempt, and yeah, good. Didn't work out early on, and then later on he had a guillotine that looked like it was about to pop out. Ramos looked like it was about to pop out, but it's just that squeeze is just different. He can't breathe, so he had to tap kind of like Figueiredo Perez, Davis and Figueiredo, Alex Perez, when they fought a few years ago, kind of like that. And those guillotines in general, you know. So yeah, good stuff from Jourdain. He's on a bit of a spree. He called out Cub Swanson. Let's make it happen. That looks like a good fight. Or maybe I heard they're going back to Toronto, Canada, and he did mention this. If Swanson can't make it to the fight, a guy that's on a winning streak that just won recently against Fernando Padilla, Kyle Nelson versus Charles Jourdain. I don't mind it. Let's make that happen. If Ramos gets the jump up against Jourdain, Kyle Nelson can as well with a two-fight winning streak. And he's only lost realistically he went to a draw to Choi. Before that he lost to, who did he lose to? Billy Quarantillo, I want to say. But yeah, good stuff from him, Charles Jourdain. We move on up the card. Brian Battle versus AJ Fletcher. AJ Fletcher, good stuff from Brian Battle. Round 1 Battle, I don't know how people scored round 1 to him. Before the knockdown elbow knockdown from Fletcher, Battle wasn't doing anything but other than tapes. That doesn't win you the fucking round. Fletcher was chopping at his legs, looking really good out there, moving his head, having good head movement out there as well. But Fletcher was winning round 1 regardless, in my opinion, before that knockdown happened and occurred. Round 2, Battle started doing a bit more. Fletcher was slowing down. Yeah, good shit from Battle though. He got the rear naked choke, cranked it right up. Wasn't an in choke, but it was a crank where it's like you gotta tap AJ Fletcher, and he did. So good performance by Brian Battle. Looks really good out there. It has some personality. We move on the mic as well. We move on up the card. Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Waterson Gomez. Alright, Marina Rodriguez wins. A fight that she was supposed to win, because she won the first fight. But that just shows either Michelle Waterson's getting older and getting worse completely, or Marina Rodriguez has somewhat improved. But I think it's Michelle Waterson just getting older, not having anymore, looking more shit in her fights. Although she should have won against Luana Pinheiro. So, Honestly, Pinero's shit. Who is Pinero facing next fight? Amanda Hebos? Yeah, she'll lose that one. Hebos will skull her. Because Pinero, it's like she just cruises her way to victory every single time. Yeah, so Hebos will definitely skull her there. But who knows? Hebos is chinny, so she might get cracked. But good performance by Rodriguez. Dominated the first round. Early on, though, Michelle Waterson did get a takedown. I was like, oh, shit. Is Waterson going to really full camp her the whole fight? Half guard her the whole fight? But she just looked good. Should have called off round 1, but they called it midway because of a cut. That's dumb. But round 2, she eventually had full mount on Michelle Waterson. And the fucking knees of the body were devastating from Marina Rodriguez. And she had a full mount thing, back mount. They stopped it in a weird way, but who cares? Waterson was done. I'm sure no one really care and really look into it. She was going to lose. She was just going to lose anyways. Not like Waterson was going to come back with a fluke KO. Like, no. Rodriguez destroyed her the whole fight. We move on up the card. Bryce Mitchell versus Dan Ige. Bryce Mitchell, brother. Yee-hee. Yee-hee. Bryce Mitchell. Good performance. Close fight. I'll mention that right now. Bryce Mitchell, Dan Ige. Okay, I'm going to mention this first. Bryce Mitchell had the Holy Bible in the fight and just kept saying, freedom, freedom. Like, good stuff from Bryce Mitchell, I guess. And afterwards, yeah, he was with Dan Ige, who just lost. And he's like, oh, no, stuff in Hawaii, the Hawaii fires. The Hawaii fires. The Hawaii fire. I don't know how to do a Bryce Mitchell impression. It's not Sean Strickland, but it's more like a cowboy version of Sean Strickland. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Get that her. Yeah. It's kind of like a cowboy version, lighter and cowboy version of Sean Strickland. But either way, good win from Bryce Mitchell. This is it. I think Dan Ige won round 1. But round 2 is actually a close round. Mitchell, rewatching it. Watching it live, you can say Ige can get it. But round 2, Mitchell had the takedowns at the end. I know Mitchell had a takedown at the end of round 1. But I think Ige won. Let me sneeze real quick. I think Ige won round 1. And I don't think Mitchell did enough. But round 2 was close. Ige can maybe get it. But Mitchell had his armor triangle at the end. And Ige, other than a few jabs and a few shots that Mitchell took, or just dodged or missed from Ige, Mitchell had an arm triangle attempt at the end. A really good one as well. So I gave round 2 slightly to Mitchell. And round 3 was all Bryce Mitchell. Alright. All round 3 was Bryce Mitchell. We can all agree. Comes down to the second round. Very close fight. I gave it to Mitchell. Very close. Very close. If it weren't Ige, I really wouldn't say anything. But I think Mitchell won that. Close though. Very close fight. Sucks for Ige, but yeah, ruined Nate Landwehr completely. We could have had Landwehr versus Mitchell last night. But Ige ruined he ruined him. Ige ruined him. Yeah, thanks Dan Ige. Good stuff though from Bryce Mitchell. We move on up the card to the main event. Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael Fiziev. Round 1's close. I don't know how people are comfortably saying Fiziev won the first round. It's close. I can maybe give Fiziev, but Gamrot really could take that round with a few more extra shots, maybe a few jabs here and there, maybe a front kick, a jab 2 front kick. Gamrot takes that round. It's a close round. I don't know how people are saying Fiziev. They're acting like Fiziev dominated the first round. But round 2, lands the kick. Fiziev does on the shoulder. I thought Fiziev could have snapped his leg or snapped his foot or something like that. But he landed the shot. What's it called? He landed the shot. Right kick right underneath the elbow of Gamrot. And that wasn't the issue. It was his left knee just out of place. And he went down to a knee injury. Sucks for Rafael Fiziev. Good shit from Gamrot, I guess. I know Gamrot celebrated afterward. I'm sure Gamrot didn't know what happened. I think he just thought Fiziev just went down or something, and he just went on to finish him off. And Gamrot celebrated. I'm pretty sure Gamrot didn't know. I thought he just won. I thought he was like, oh, he went down. I'm just gonna finish him off. I got the win. Let's go. You know? Like, and he's doing this all with the camp stuff, and you know, he's been training hard for this. So don't go too hard on him. But yeah, Gamrot, even afterwards he was like, oh yeah, unfortunate situation. Calls out Charles Oliveira. You're not gonna get that fight. You lost to Dariush. Maybe you can do Gamrot versus. Actually, I don't even know. Because they might make Armin Dariush, and Gamrot's just there. Maybe he can maybe if Oliveira loses to Makhachev, they can actually do that fight. Or I don't even know what they can do. Maybe Poirier. Poirier needs to fucking suck up and fight. I know they're trained together, but listen, they just made Luke K versus Gary, so who gives a fuck if they train together? Gamrot can go back to Poland and train, and then he can excuse it. Yeah. Poirier needs to suck. Because Gaethje's earned his title shot. Maybe you do Gamrot Chandler. I can't believe you forgot about Chandler. They're probably not going to do Chandler McGregor now. But who knows? But if that fight doesn't happen, Chandler Gamrot, winnable for actually winnable for Chandler. Could win that. Honestly, would pick him. Because Gamrot, I know he looked decent on the feet with some combos here and there, but if Chandler lands one big shot on Gamrot's chin, Gamrot ain't taking it. If Dan Hooker isn't, and these other guys aren't. I know Gaethje, Poirier, and Oliveira all took it, but they all got cracked and hurt. It wasn't like, oh, they took it. Oh, let's go. I took a big shot. You know? But Poirier in that fight was, like, against the cage, like, fucking worried. Actually cracked as well. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what they do next, maybe. Gamrot versus Chandler or Oliveira, Makhachev loser. Probably Oliveira, though, let's be real. Which I don't even know. I might pick Oliveira. Sneak peek. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Full card recap. Peace.